Alright, this video is going to be on gene therapy. It's just going to give you a basic overview. It's not going to be overly detailed, but this is good for both high school biology students and college biology students. Just give you the very basics. It'll give you a stick figure. Um, what gene therapy is it's basically doing surgery on an individual's DNA. Now the way it works is we'll take DNA that will fix some type of problem that a person has and some type of medical or genetic problem, and this DNA will be put inside of a vector. Now the vector can be a virus or it can be an artificial lipid sphere, or it can be they are also working with some nanotechnology on this. And the DNA inside of the vector is taken and injected into an individual's cells. For example, say somebody has some type of respiratory problem, we might take viruses that would normally be pathogenic, would normally attack a person's respiratory system, but the viruses injecting the healthy, instead of viruses injecting viral DNA, they will inject healthy DNA into an individual's lungs. Um, Now, this would be something we would do if the person had a genetic problem. For example, they're born missing some type of protein that might be missing in their lungs, um, and in order to get that protein produced, we'll insert a healthy gene into the virus, and the virus will insert it into the person's cells. And this way, the person's body is able to make the protein themselves. Um, and that's basically gene therapy in a nutshell. Is we take DNA, we put it into some type of vector, which might be a virus, or it could be an artificial lipid sphere, or it could be even some nanotechnology. And they the nano the vector, whatever vector it is, will then inject that into a healthy person's cells. This is being used to treat everything from blindness to they're researching using this to treat HIV. Last I've checked, which was about a year ago when I did a huge project on this, gene therapy is not on the market yet. They're still in the research phases. One thing they're thinking about doing with HIV is taking bone marrow inside of one of a person's bones, destroying the bone marrow with chemotherapy, and taking just one sample of bone marrow, changing the DNA inside of that bone marrow, which when injected into the person's bone cells will then grow, and then the cells that are produced by that, including the white blood cells, will have a resistance to the HIV virus. And potentially this could help cure a lot of people of AIDS, cure a lot of people of the HIV virus altogether. Unfortunately, something like this would not stop the worldwide epidemic because there is no chance that people in Africa, a lot of the poor people in the poorer countries of Africa would ever be able to afford something like this. Gene therapy is very expensive. That is one of its major drawbacks. It's also very difficult to pull off. It's not some tiny thing. It's not removing someone's tonsils. Right now, the best way to stay safe is to live a healthy lifestyle. Don't sleep around, don't use drugs, and eat right. Alright, this is Greg out.